The third seal, the black horse, the beginning of sorrows.
When the Lamb, the Messiah, opened the third seal, we read, "Behold, a black horse, and he who sat on it had a pair of scales in his hand. And I heard a voice in the midst of the 4 living creatures, saying, A quart of wheat for a denarius, and 3 quarts of barley for a denarius, and do not harm the oil and the wine." Revelation chapter 6, verses 5 and 6. My friends, these verses are parallel to what Jesus the Messiah said in Matthew chapter 24, verse 7. And there will be famines. And in Lamentations chapter 5, verse 10, they said, Our skin is hot as an oven because of the fever of famine. And also it was said in Ezekiel chapter 4, verses 16 and 17, Surely I will cut off the supply of bread in Jerusalem. They shall eat bread by weight and with anxiety, and shall drink water by measure and with dread, that they may lack bread and water, and be dismayed with one another, and waste away because of their iniquity. Although that famine happened in the past, when God's people refused to hear his words because they were rebellious, Ezekiel chapter 2, verse 7, it will happen again during the wrath of the Lamb, which will come upon the whole world to test those who dwell on the earth. Revelation chapter 3, verse 10. But my beloved Jesus said in John chapter 6, I am the bread of life, verse 48. Most assuredly I say to you, he who believes in me has everlasting life, verse 47. I am the living bread which came down from heaven. If anyone eats of this bread, he will live forever. And the bread that I shall give is my flesh, which I shall give for the life of the world, verse 51. Also, Jesus said these words in John chapter 7, verse 37, If anyone thirsts, let him come to me and drink. And also in John chapter 4, verses 13 and 14, he said, Whoever drinks of this water will thirst again, but whoever drinks of the water that I shall give him will never thirst. But the water that I shall give him will become in him a fountain of water, springing up into everlasting life.